Now, let me ask you a question. Would you rather have Gabe Landeskog and just give it a shot in the playoffs, or have Jack Drury, Joel Kiviranta, or Parker Kelly? Because Coyle, O'Connor, and Colton ain't going anywhere. Miles Wood isn't seeing the ice anytime soon. They've already deemed him whatever. I don't know when he's going to play next. It's Kiviranta, Drury, or Kelly. Or would you rather have Gabe Landeskog?
Here's the irony of the question, is that there was a point in time that if you would have asked me that, it'd be like, wow, we just need the spark. We just need to hear the roar of the, if we could just even hear the roar of the crowd when Gabe gets out there on that ice, man, can you imagine the spark that's going to give this team? And right now you're like, damn, we kind of like this squad. We kind of like them boys that are out there right now. Doesn't really feel like you necessarily need the spark of Gabe Landeskog returning.
It's just one of those three guys. Kelly, Kiviranta, or Drury.
That being said, the upside of Gabe being healthy is far greater than any of that, right? I mean, now you're taking a gamble of whether he can come back at full speed after, God, how long has it been now? 3? It's been 3?
3 years.
Yeah.
But think about this. For the playoffs, you don't have 3 games in 4 nights. You don't have back-to-back.
Right.
And you don't have travel. Gabe somehow was able to summon the courage and ability to play in the Stanley Cup run. He did not practice at all. He just played in games, and he played great.
I wonder if he
played great.
I wonder if he starts traveling with the team a little bit. Just kind of get back into the routine here a little bit. Be with the guys. Get back on schedule. Get your body back to traveling, being on an airplane.
Well, Dan, go ahead, Dan. What do you got there?
Gabe, it's been reported that he will be on the road trip with the Avs to skate with the team.
Well, there you go.
Did you see the other night when they did something for McKinnon? He might have been that 1,000. Was it 1,000th game or 1,000th point, whatever it was. And dudes are in there pouring the water on his head. Remember that video?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see who the first one to lead it off was?
I'm sure it was Gabe.
Gabe Landeskog in a suit.
Guys, I think Landeskog is going to make his return once the playoffs start.
I think the Avalanche just played the Las Vegas card with the long-term IR.
LTIR, yeah.
Remember what they did a couple years ago, and all of a sudden they had like 5 dudes that were like former stars come back in, and I think they still lost to the Stars in the Western Conference Finals, but they had a very average season, blah blah blah, and all of a sudden, boom, everybody comes back during the playoffs.
This is not complicated.
I mean,
it's Gabe instead of Drury, Kelly, or Kiviranta.
Well, answer your own question.
What's that?
I said answer your own question.
To me, it's 100% yes.
Yeah,
100% yes, because the playoff schedule is not nearly as demanding as the regular season schedule. And if it doesn't work out, thank God you've got enough depth where it doesn't kill you. The emotional spark, though, it could bring is like next level. And what if he really is good enough to play during the playoffs and you get what you could possibly get out of him? I don't think there's much to lose. We're just talking about, third or fourth line action instead of one of those 3 guys. I actually don't even think it's that complicated because we don't need Gabe to be a top 6 forward. We don't need him to have the same contribution. By the way, Eric Johnson, I don't know why he wasn't playing in Philadelphia. Dude's been nailed since he's been back here. Like, it's not just like some sort of symbolic thing. He's really good. He's playing well. He was wearing the big hat yesterday. So I don't know, man. I like it. I like it a lot. I think that's what's about to happen.
I know it's just line drills. And there's no major risk of anything at all going on here, but that video that Jesse Montano put out, he looks like he's moving around pretty quick to me. He looks like he's got a little bit of speed, some agility. He's going forward. He's doing everything. He's moving in and out, going backwards, doing it all.
What exactly does Gabe have to lose by playing in the playoffs?
Well, he's got something to lose.
What?
The rest of his career by coming back too early.
Well, what if this is it?
I mean,
what if he's only physically able to play in a short amount of time in a limited amount of games? He's never going to be able to play in an 82-game season again.
I refuse to believe that's the mindset that he could be in. to go through this for 3 full seasons and to give up right now when you feel like you're on the verge of it? I refuse to believe that.
No. Watch it now. Hold on.
I'm not giving up.
You got a documentary, and what better to good a documentary is he comes back out and plays that thing, and then here's the excerpt, the added too, of him in a parade with the Avalanche, and then Gabe somehow with the team works it out. I'm going to go into the front office, and we love you guys later, and he'll go down in lore.
Hey, let's
not only Avalanche lore, but NHL lore.
Guys near the end of their career, maybe their bodies aren't good enough for an extended entire season. But I bet there's a lot of dudes in a lot of different sports that bodies were good enough for a short period of time. Don't tell me Peyton Manning wasn't better in his final year because he got some significant time off than he was the year before when they lost in the first round to the Colts. Listen, I know he didn't want to do it, but perhaps the rest actually was good for Peyton Manning.
I don't think performance you would win that argument, though. He was better performance-wise the year before.
Not when
performance-wise the year before, but he was also better. He was better after the injury than he was leading into the injury.
Yeah, and
he wasn't very good.
Perhaps, yeah, you're right. I know what you're saying. Statistically, he a better year the year before. However, the year did so much wear and tear to him. By the time he got to the playoffs, he was self-sacking. He wasn't running. He was toast. There was nothing left for him at the end of that third year he was here, and the fourth year was different. Guys, I think what Gabe is about to do is say, I got nothing to lose. I've spent 3 years preparing for this moment. And listen, hey, if he can play beyond the playoffs this year, that would be amazing. But why not give this a shot? Because there's no promise his body will be good enough to play an entire season. So why wait? It's different than Jamal. Jamal had many years left to play. But what if you only had, this was it? This is it. Wouldn't you go for it in the playoffs?
I think what you're saying makes a lot of logical sense. I just don't think that that's the athlete's mindset. I don't. I don't think that he's going to ever be at the point where he's looking at it maybe as logically, and I'll even say that's a logical argument. I don't think you can logically look at it that way when you're inside his mind. And so when you say, what is there to risk? In his mind, he's got a career still to be played.
John Elway set up in his retirement and in tears said, I know I can still play this game. I just can't prepare to play this game like I once could.